I wanted to get my dad a cold plunge for Christmas. And it just so happens that a company called Hydrogun reached out to me and offered to send me their Supertub. So I'm gonna open it up, check it out, and then surprise my dad with a cold plunge for Christmas. Let's get started. Today was actually a cold day here in Florida. I don't get many of those. And so I was like, I'm not really sure I want to try this cold plunge out today, but might as well. Oh, nice. Comes with this nice little water balancing kit, really nice. And just so you know what I'm talking about, I have a cold plunge right here. And I've been cold plunging every day for about a year. So this is gonna be, you know, a review of this cold plunge over here compared to this cold plunge right here, and you know, all the stuff that's inside. So this water balancing kit is definitely new, never seen that before. Nice little touch. And then there's some water filters as well. Standard 20 micron water filters, same water filter my other cold plunge uses. And here is the tub right here. It's an inflatable tub, just like my other one, and an accessories box. So let's see what's inside. Oh wow, nice little filter, skim things out. I mean, it's really nice they include some of this stuff. A phone tripod, I guess if you were gonna be a next cold plunge superstar. Oh, it's like a yoga mat. Something else, I don't know what this is. Maybe like an ozone? Should it be an ozone machine? Not really sure. Yeah, well, say it's really nice. Let's see, all the stuff they've included in here. Accessory kit, electric air pump. Oh, that's an electric air pump. Wow, okay. Electric air pump, anti-slip mat, skimmer net, and a phone mount. Let's get the tub out. I will say, just from a standpoint of like presentation, unboxing, everything, it's much better than my previous cold plunge. I mean, my previous cold plunge, it was like obviously drop shipped type situation, so. What do we got here? Oh, this is the lid for the cold plunge. So it's obviously gonna be much smaller than my inflatable one that I have right now, but honestly, the one I have right now is kind of large, takes up a lot of room. So very similar to the one that I have now, except this one has like some really nice hose fittings. The one I have now just has like male threads on there. So that's really nice. And then this material feels a lot thicker, like a lot more dense plastic kind of feeling, but it may be similar. Then the bottom of this one feels a little bit better insulated than the bottom of mine right now. Right, but it's a much smaller tub compared to the tub size. So let's inflate it and we'll compare the tub size. Well, they may send you an electric pump, but I just turned it on and it's flashing red. So the batteries are pretty much dead. So I'm gonna try to inflate this, but I think it's gonna die, and then I'm just gonna have to charge it. So we'll see. Well, I didn't even get to try. The batteries died. I figured since I'm waiting for that pump to charge, I might as well go ahead and drain this tub so that way I can get them like set up side by side. You can see the difference, and then, you know, maybe swap them out. Who knows what I'm gonna do. Bought this nifty little submersible pump. It makes emptying these out so much easier, because normally if you just like take off the fittings, you can drain it, but then there's still quite a bit of water left in the bottom because none of the fittings are that close to the bottom. Got this pump for like, I don't know, 50 bucks on Amazon. Makes it way easier. this tub is at like 37 degrees today because it was so cold outside. So I'm gonna let this thing drain and then we'll just move it over, and hopefully by that point we can blow up the other one. You know, this first cold plunge I had just so many issues with it. Didn't come with the correct fittings. I had to go to Home Depot and like essentially do all of the piping between the tub and the chiller myself. Just had issues with the pump, all kinds of issues. Had to like take it apart and almost like put it back together. So I learned a lot about cold plunges. So I'm excited to see how this other one does. I can already tell there's just like certain aspects I like so much more. Just like I said, the fittings on this one are like tub fittings that like, or hose fittings, I mean, that screw in. Really excited about seeing the difference in these and let you know. I do like how big the other tub is. Like I can essentially like lay down in it. Is that really a necessity? I don't think so, you know, but it was nice. I'm breathing heavy because I can't tell you how much I dislike the connectors on this thing. So there's these kind of like barbed fittings like that, and then you have to like cinch it down. And it like, once you get them on there, to get them off is so much work. And I constantly feel like I'm gonna break something. I think you could change that out. I think you could just get threaded fittings, but ooh, man, out of the box, this cold plunge, the previous cold plunge was much more difficult. So again, I'm looking forward to the differences between those two. I've got my helper with me. You say hi?
Hi.
So what we're gonna do is blow up these cold plunges. So you wanna hold this real quick?
Yeah.
No, this the whole box. Hold the whole box.
The whole box.
Yeah. Stay right there. All right.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. So we gotta open this up right here. And then we gotta twist this into like that. All right, so turn it on. All right, hold on. It says most we can go is to 10 PSI. So yeah, we'll set this to 10 PSI. Yep. Maybe we'll do like, oh, there's 8. All right, now I think press that button. Yeah, yes. Want to just start it?
Yeah.
One eternity later.
I actually thought the battery was about to die again because it's like flashing, but it made it. Obviously a much smaller tub than my other one, but I mean, I don't think that's a bad thing. My other one was like kind of overly massive. It'd be nice if you were like plunging with your significant other, or I don't know, maybe you want a group plunge somewhere. This one's definitely much smaller, maybe deeper. It may be harder to get my like head under because I normally do that, but yeah, I could probably get under, but we'll see. Just to put it in perspective, like sheer tub size, like this is the new tub, the Supertub. This is the new tub from Supertub, and then this is the previous cold plunge I had. So literally is like, I wouldn't say it's half, but it's like 60% the size of the previous one. Similar material though. I actually think this material is a little bit thicker because you could get it to 10 PSI, whereas the maximum on this one was 8 PSI. So I think this material is a little bit thicker, more durable, has a higher max pressure. I think I'm gonna appreciate the most like the size difference between this one and my other one. The other one took up like a lot of room. Even the chiller right here is much more compact and smaller. Again, I think the chiller from the previous one was bigger because that tub was bigger, so it needs more power to do that. But I guess really what I care about is like the interconnecting pipes, how well this one cools, things like that. I guess tub size will vary depending on like what you want. Yeah, okay, let's just take it out and test it out. Oh my goodness, this thing is heavy. Freaking heavy. Nice, got a little LED screen. Just gotta get it into spot my previous one was in. This entire setup is gonna take up like half the amount of room. Like if I push this tub to here, literally half the amount of room as the other one did. Well, not quite half. I mean, the other one went to, the previous setup like went to right here. So you can see how much smaller this setup is. Like I could probably get away with just one horse-stall mat.
Nice.
All right, I just remembered that we have Christmas dinner thing with my family tonight, so I won't be able to finish setting up this cold plunge. And I decided like rearrange some parts in the garage, so I'm gonna give it a break. I'm drying off a spot of concrete that I need to like dry off so I can move around the mats, and then I'll get back to this maybe later today, who knows.
Later that night.
I am loaded up on prime rib and potato now. So I've got this like reorganized for the new cold plunge. This is obviously taking up way less room, so I gotta figure out what orientation I want. So I'm gonna mess around with some stuff, get this all set up.
2 seconds later.
My OCD brain just wants to like optimize the layout, so I just felt like I kept moving stuff around and moving stuff around. But I've settled on this setup right here, so it's kind of like a flip of what I had previously. I'm filling the tub up because that's the next step. I got all the hoses, you know, connected, the strainers, all that stuff back there. I just fired it up after filling it up, and it's on right now. It goes through like this purging cycle, which at first you're like, is this okay? Because there's like, you can see the water's not in the pump yet, but it's kicking on right now. So I went into the settings and changed it from Celsius to Fahrenheit. The water is sitting at 68 degrees Fahrenheit right now. So I have it set to 40. I'm gonna go to bed. We'll check it out in the morning.
The next day.
I am really not looking forward to demoing this morning because it's like 37 degrees outside. I just woke up, and it's time to check out the cold plunge, see how it did. Sitting at 42 degrees. I guess you could lower it down, you know, all the way to 37 if you wanted to kick on. I will say, you know, just like my other tub, if it, you know, the garage is probably sitting at like, I don't know, probably in the 60s or something like that. So condensation forms underneath the tub, and it kind of like creates water. So all right, I got my 3-minute timer. Let's go.
A few minutes later. Yeah, boy.
Okay, I finished my plunge. So I'm a little shaky because I'm cold, you know, shivering. But it was, the thing I was worried about was fitting into the plunge and being able to like lay down. And I was able to do that. It was obviously more difficult than my previous cold plunge because, like I said, huge difference in size. But I think it's gonna work just fine. In general, I like this tub better. I like the display, but I'll get into that in my pros and cons list in a little bit.
3 weeks later.
Okay, so it's been about 3 weeks since that last clip. You can probably tell because my garage isn't a mess like it was before. So this is the orientation that I had the cold plunge. But I wanted to say, if you go back to the previous video, with the water coming out, that was a leak in the tub. So I reached out to them and I'm like, there's no way this is condensation. There's gotta be a leak. They were super responsive. They were like, yes, we're so sorry. That definitely looks like a leak. Let's get a new tub out to you. And they shipped a new tub out to me. So I have the new tub hooked up right here. And let's talk about how it's been using this for the past 3 weeks. First, let's talk about this display. It's super nice. It tells you when it's, you know, it has the ozone running, cooling, heating. It tells you how many liters per minute are flowing through. And then you can also lock the screen so that way, no matter what you do, it doesn't mess with the screen. You can also hook it up to Wi-Fi. So I have it hooked up to my phone, and it's really nice. There's an app, and you can like literally check the temperature and everything from your phone. You can also make adjustments to the temperature from your phone. So if you did have it like off for some reason, you could turn it on, you know, get it cooling down and everything just from your phone. So I would say I like that a lot. My really only negative about this is the tub size. I wish it were probably about I don't know, 6 to 8 inches longer, just because when I get in, I have to like kind of push my legs all the way forward to get my head underneath, because I like to dunk my head. Other than that, no issues. I think the hose fittings are really nice. I did add these brass 90 degrees so I could like turn them so I could run everything kind of behind it and keep it much more slim. So that is something I added, is these little brass 90s right here. But other than that, straight out of the box, this thing has worked flawlessly, other than the tub leak, like I said, which they took care of that without any issue. So I highly recommend this Supertub by Hydrogun. Really like it. No issues. My dad has the previous tub that I had. He's been enjoying it, but like I said, that tub was a lot of work. It was about the same price as this one, and I literally I had to replace the pump in it. I had to change all the fittings. I had to do a lot myself. So it was like a DIY project, but my dad helped me with a lot of that, so he's thoroughly enjoying the tub. He's very familiar with how it all works. So again, I would highly recommend the Supertub by Hydrogun. It has worked out, you know, perfectly for me in here. So if you have any questions about cold plunge tubs or cold plunging, like I said, I've been doing it for a year. Really love it. Comment them down below. Hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you haven't. You're worth it.